Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Factorio Building Big here. And I've done a fair bit of work off screen. Now, before anyone may get upset, because I've actually seen several people mention that they don't actually like it when I do work off screen because they feel like it's like they're missing something that could be a learning experience, or they're just missing too much. And I do understand that. And that's why mostly the stuff I do off screen, you really wouldn't be learning much from anyway. So like I did an hour and a half worth of work, but really all it was is stuff that is very mundane, non-learning experience. So pretty much what it was is I went down here to this outpost because it was like gone since we didn't have the train outpost for a while. I tore up all the miners, and I tore up all the belts, and took the laser turrets, and that was it. Nothing interesting there. I added more miners to this mine in the same way that they were already there, so nothing new there. I added more miners here, and made this fast belt, nothing worth learning there. And I added another row of miners here, and that's it. So, really, I didn't do anything that would have been useful to you to watch. It was just about 3 episodes worth of boring work that I didn't want to actually make 3 episodes out of, so that's that. Now, copper and iron is flowing a little better that I added those second lines, but you can see that we are actually still having a bit of a copper issue. There's a very slight time period here where there's... Interesting. There's somehow wood in there. There's a very slight period of time where there's no copper, and that does need to be fixed. So this was something I'd done. Oh, I also tore up this copper outpost where there was no resources anymore. So what we need to do is we need to set up some more trains and maybe more outposts. This copper outpost is not totally tapped yet. However, it only has the 1 train going to it, and I think that's still fine. The thing is, though, I kind of want another train, copper train, coming here that actually has resources, and we actually have copper here? Very curious. Well, we might as well get that then, huh? Although this blows. I think there's actually nothing here worth mining. 0.3. I guess so. So, they did release another update, 0.13.10, which actually added auto logistics trash slots, which are pretty much like requester slots except the reverse. So like you tell it, I don't want more than say 100 belt in my inventory, and if you get more than 100 belt, it automatically sends the excess to your trash slots, and the robots take it, which is amazing. I've been wanting that. I think a lot of people actually have been wanting that for quite a while. However, I'm not on that version. Why am I not on that version, you ask? Well, it's kind of a long story, but to make it short, essentially... Now, was this copper? No, that's coal. Essentially, what happened is, I went to add the rail tanker mod, because, I think people suggested that it would help our oil thing situation with the barrels a bit. So I went to add that, I added it, and I also updated to 0.13.10, and I went to load the game, and train outpost threw an error at me. Something about expecting a table somewhere in the config file or something, and I was like, well, what the hell happened? So I downgraded from 0.13.10 to 13.9, and I went in, and it did it again. So I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Because you wouldn't think that the rail tanker mod would cause an error in the train outpost mod, but hey, guess what? It does. Because I took the mod out, the rail tanker mod, I took it out, and it worked fine. However, at that point we were on 0.13.9, and I'd already spent like a while trying to get it to work, and I didn't have time to restart the game, upgrade again, so we'll do that next episode. Really the main thing we're just missing is the logistics automatic trash slots, which we probably won't even be utilizing this episode anyway, but there's the kind of spiel deal there with that. So we're going to be sending this copper up here. I guess these patches just kind of spawned here. I really have no idea. But then also, another thing though about the 13.10 update is they fixed the map generation, like resource spawning thing. It was kind of messed up for like resources in the starting area, and as you get farther out, things were really wonky. They did fix that. That doesn't really affect us right now because we've already explored the whole starting area and quite far out. So again, it's not like we're missing any massive things this episode by not having it, but I did want to let you know why we're not on it. I really want the rail tanker mod, so I don't know. Part of it maybe is the rail tanker mod. So this copper should maybe help a little bit. It's kind of shitty, but two possibilities. One is the rail tanker mod. Last time it was updated was 3 weeks ago. So maybe with all the in the last 3 weeks they've put out like 5 or 6 Factorio updates. So maybe something there messed it up and the dev hasn't done anything with it since then. Or the other possibility is that since the train outpost mod I'm using was updated not by the dev, it was updated by one of my viewers, maybe something was missed in regards to that, to affecting that, which, you know, is fine. I'm definitely not blaming. I'm not blaming you at all. It's like, you know, how could you know? It was, I'm trying to figure out, because this was iron, and there is iron here. So yeah, I don't know, it was something weird in the control.lua, I think, about on one of the lines expecting a table or something and not getting one. I don't mod, so I have absolutely no clue what that means. But surprise, surprise, we are actually out of oil again, guys. Fantastic. Damn, I hate this so much. This oil is just like a constant problem. I mean, I could go around, I guess, and just speed module the hell out of everything. We don't actually really have the power for that right now. I don't think. And that's going to cause a lot of pollution. Alright, so we got that. How is our power anyways? Okay, so the next best bet for oil would be one of these. I think would be closer. There's a lot of oil out here, but that's a bit far away, and there's nothing else out here already, so why would we do that? But yeah, I think that this over here maybe is our best bet, because we will want this copper soon anyway. There's this iron here, which we'll probably want to grab, and I think we will do different trains, like we'll do a whole new train for this, and then a whole new train for this, because we do want to be sending them to different train stations. Now, I would like another stack size bonus, because actually, guys, believe it or not, a problem that we're having with the resources here, these are all stack inserters. The problem we're having is it actually cannot unload. Well, it can now. I think I changed the times. Maybe it's the iron one. One of them couldn't actually unload fast enough, so what would happen is it wouldn't actually get much in these chests. As you can see, it's still not probably enough. And the chests would run out before the train comes back. And then that's why we have that, like, you know, 10-second gap or whatever where we have no resources coming in, because it would use up all our chest reserve. I think this is actually okay. I think at this point the problem could potentially be on the loading end, because these cars were not full. They had like 1.1k, and I think you can fit at least 1.5? 4 times 10 is 40 slots. How much does ore stack to? 50? So actually you should be able to fit like 2k in each car, I think, if I'm doing my math right, which is questionable. But we can see either these chests aren't full. Well, see, so here's part of the problem. This guy is like full completely, and these others aren't. And obviously, like 1 or 2 chests can't fully load a train this quickly. But yeah, so all these are stack inserters, and you can see it only managed to get 1k in here. It just cannot load this fast enough, because we actually only have stack size bonus 2, since this is like hella expensive. So there's that problem. We can fit a few more miners. Again, I don't really think that our problem is the ore input. Although we might as well add a few more here. And then we'll go back to base. I do want to see if we maybe have enough oil stuff or something to get, like, for enough blue science to get this next stack size bonus. That would actually help pretty significantly in the big picture here. So this actually probably needs to be fast belt at this point. Damn it. And yeah, so circuits are actually still our limiting factor, because I don't think I checked off screen when I was doing stuff, and we actually hadn't made a single power armor yet, because we were making like almost no processing units because we had no circuits, or by the time they got down there, there weren't really many circuits, which kind of blows. So, I mean, so this I don't think is any longer an even loader, to be honest with you, since I messed with it. It really doesn't seem to be loading these chests particularly evenly. I would like to hop on this train, though. Whew, that was close. We can make Power Armor Mark 2. Let's do that. That's what I meant to do. Hell yeah. So we have everything, considering we actually have 40 processing units somewhere, which is doubtful. Well, we only need 31 since I have 9 on me, but we'll do this. And why I really want this is mostly for room for extra fusion reactors, so we can actually have personal roboports, because that'll make these outposts and stuff a hell of a lot easier to build. So iron is actually fine at this point. See, excuse me, man, it's actually copper that is having an issue. As you can see, there's still a pretty large gap here where there's nothing. So if we had a train coming in here, well, there's two ways we could do it. We could either have a train come in here, and if it were full, it would fill up this belt, and that would be okay. Or if we just had another train come to this station, like in between, so this guy left, say we had another train, we'd have to try to time it correctly, but say we had another train coming in, you know, in 5 or 10 seconds to fill these up, and then when he left, the other one would come in, we'd always have these chests full, and this belt would always be saturated. So that is certainly a possibility, and we might get the chance to set up a copper outpost this episode. I want to make my damn power armor. So, any processing units, we have everything else we need, actually. Yeah, we have nothing. Great. Screw you, game. God damn it. Maybe there's some somewhere. Actually, there should be some in these chests. See if there's any in this power armor thing. Which I walked right by. Great! And there's none. Oh dear. Okay. Efficiency modules we won't need a ton of, so I'm actually just gonna grab all of these. I'm a little thief. God, I can't talk. Okay, so we got those. Now we just need actual efficiency modules. How many did we need? Like 10, was it? 5. Oh, that's not bad. See module 3. Where did that go? Well, somewhere in there. And 50 alien artifacts, which we definitely have enough of. Stick all this crap in here, don't want it. So this is when like the auto trash slots would be nice, is I pretty much say if I have more than like 0, or then take it away. I don't know where you're taking that, bud. Oh, probably to actually make the modules. I kind of forget that they take artifacts for some reason. Hell yeah. Of course, these take processing units. Only 10, which is fairly reasonable, I would say. These also take some when that's 100, so that could be an issue, but okay, let's grab our steel. We need steel anyway, so let's just make this a little quicker. Could grab some circuits while we're here, I suppose. Alright, so we got steel. Batteries are somewhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this stuff out. We're going to take our new fancy, whatever, power armor here and load her on up. Stick the shields in there. Stick Stick an exoskeleton in there. I'm not actually sure if this can power Roboport on top of that. I kind of doubt it. So as you can see, well, these are 2.5k, which is good. So things are actually building up. Do we have a backlog? Oh, we potentially do have a backlog here. Creating solid fuel. These are tons of those. This could be an issue. I hit... the frick? That takes a lot of batteries, man. I'd actually turned this off at this point because we were using it or needed it for something or other. Lubricant, but I'm actually going to connect this back up. Oh, might help if I did it that way. But actually, you can, like, kind of control how things, like what order things are cracked in priority with, like, circuit network stuff and hooking up the tanks and pumps, and I have no idea how to do that, so I might have to do some research. Scarhoof was mentioning that to me last night when we were recording some Spaghetti Western, and so maybe I'll just wait till he does it there and I can, like, watch and figure it out. So as you can see, this is charging very slowly because this doesn't output that much, so it could be a bit of a problem. How many can this dude God damn it. How many can this support? Robo limit 10. Okay, well, seeing as we only have not many, I'll just grab the 10. I would really like another one of these. I don't think I have 100 of these anywhere in the network. $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80. Okay, we have 100 somewhere. We're just gonna steal steal everything from here, which is gonna actually cause probably more problems than we want, because now all the robots are gonna be trying to refill these as well. But meh, that's okay. 99, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, make one more of these. That way this will charge slower. 10 robots, not particularly great. I'd actually prefer another one of these, which maybe with another fusion reactor we could actually support, potentially. That would actually be good. So let's go steal some more circuits, huh? Let's see here. Alright. 45 batteries, that's quite a bit. It's like 2 laser turrets worth. Oh, shoot, more than that. That's like 4 laser turrets worth. Damn. So I think I'm going to be starting a, always just a few short. I think I'm going to be starting a RimWorld playthrough here. On the video I did, I don't know what this was. Explosive rockets, maybe? On the video I did several days ago about ways I can improve my content and stuff, there were actually multiple people saying that they would like some different games besides Factorio, or I should say along with Factorio, on the channel. And multiple people did actually request or suggest RimWorld. I did play it a little bit on stream the other day, yesterday that would have been. And I think it could be fun. At first I didn't really like it that much, and I'm still not like super pumped about it just because it's like graphically, it's not my type of game really, but it did grow on me. So I think doing a series would actually be interesting. And I will play, it'll probably be a week or so before I start it, because I'm actually going to be out of town the ending, like the second half of next week. And I'd also like to just kind of play by myself without recording for a little bit to learn it, because yesterday was the first time I ever picked it up, and it has a pretty steep learning curve, and I don't want the videos to be like me just stumbling around figuring everything out. Oh dear lord. Good thing I checked. See, we do have some miners, belts. I better grab some more belts. I do want, like, I know people have said that they would like to kind of see me learn it. which is fine. So I'm obviously not going to like learn all of the game before I record it, but I want to learn enough so that I'm not just standing there for 20 minutes like being like, well, what the hell do I do? How do I do this? Oh god, I have no idea what's going on. Because at that point, I don't think it's very fun to watch. So I want to at least learn the basics. Fast belt is what we're looking for. All of that. Normal belt, might as well grab some of that. Never had too much of that. But you actually can. Make some of these dudes, grab some circuits, more circuits, copper, gears. I don't know why you're not working. Oh, filter thing again. I can't believe I'm still finding these, like, around the base. I'll probably still be finding them for the next several episodes or more. Just like places where I just haven't come across them yet and then realize that I'm actually producing, like, nothing because they're derped out. So, do we need more? I mean, 44 miners I think is okay to start with. We have that. We could use some stack inserters and some lasers, actually. 10 lasers might actually be a decent idea. And we should have quite a few walls. I might actually wall this thing in. I'm going to take most of these stack inserters. They're really expensive, but I'm going to take that. We have railroads. We have 2 diesel moco-lotives. Yeah. Moco-lotives. There we go. And we're at 21 minutes, so I actually don't think we're going to get to that this episode. But next episode we will do that. And I don't think I'll do that off screen just because there are some people I imagine who may want to see the process of setting up an outpost, who either find it interesting by itself or just haven't seen it before. So I don't think I'll do that off screen. Next episode, we will set that up. I will get over there though. Otherwise, knowing me, I'll forget. And you may think that's crazy, but it's not. I will... There's a high possibility I would forget. Holy shit. That's a robot. I thought for a second that like a piece of shrapnel just flew off my car. Because like when I hit the tree, the robot came out. It just looked like a gear wheel or something just like flew off the side of my car. Oh man. Oh shit. Jeez. It's like a minefield, man. Oh no. I thought the train hit me. It's actually kind of nice having these dudes here. So I have 2 Personal Roboport, but I neglected to actually get more robots. Go figure. If I hadn't placed these power poles, I'll just walk from this point. It'd honestly probably be faster. If I hadn't placed these power poles in the middle, we could just drive down there. So, hindsight, I probably should have done that differently. Jesus. All these trees, man. You start a forest fire, burn all the things. There's possibly biters down here. In fact, what I'm going to do is at this new outpost, I'm going to throw down some radars. And of course, I didn't bring walls. Great. Always forget something. It's like when you go on a trip, or like when you go to the store, there's always that one thing you forget. That's how Factorio is. All the time for me. So actually, if you see what's happening here, well, part of what's happening is some of these... Yeah, okay, well, so... Interesting. If you see what's happening, these can't load this fast enough. So one alternative is to have some load from the other side. So for example, this episode's gonna go a little long, but that's okay. There's just something I want to do here that I'll forget otherwise if I don't do it now. So what we're gonna do is there's these few chests here, right? That these two. So what we're gonna do actually is we're gonna take all this. Brilliant, idiot. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this, and for now, it's gonna be a little bit of chest transferring for a second. And I'm gonna try my best not to get mowed down here by the train. At least I can reach this from here. Oh! So what we're going to do is, these guys were not working, right? So we're actually going to have this load from the other side so that it can actually be loading. Okay, we have like 20 seconds or something. I do not want to be caught between these trains. Okay, so, and I actually should have done that with these other outposts. I'm just going to use stack inserters here. So this guy is going to go here and here. This guy is going to go like here and here. Chests in the middle. We'll fill these obviously back up with that. This way, you know, at least it's going to help a bit because, you know, that's 2 more things loading onto the train, which weren't otherwise. So, actually connecting to power might be a good idea. Some lights are always good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fill these guys back up. And there actually probably isn't even room here. Nope. But yeah, so that should work. At least that'll help a little bit. And I think that's going to be it, guys. I'm going to throw the rest of this ore on this train when it gets back, but you don't need to see that. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and look forward to the next episode. As much as I am, we're going to set up this outpost. Maybe grab this oil as well while we're down here. Hopefully it's decent yield. But until then, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.